What's going on, guys? This video, somebody originally tagged me in this video on Twitter when it first, like right before it really went viral a couple of days ago. Now, I didn't make a video on it because my first instinct, because I've seen so many videos on social media of people making like cheating videos and other videos, and it turns out to be a skit, right? And when I saw this video, I looked at this TikTok name and I looked at his TikTok and it said he was a comedian. And then the reason why I didn't make a video initially was because I said, you know what, this guy's probably a comedian. Maybe this is a skit. And I waited a couple days and I see that this video has only gone more and more viral. Now, for those who don't know, I'm on TikTok as well, Jaye the Black. You can follow me there. It's plugged there. But I said, you know what? Why not? Because I went to his TikTok and I see that he hasn't posted another video yet. So maybe this was an authentic video. Maybe this really happened to him and he put this on social media. And I want to say this before we get into this reaction. Make sure that y'all like this video and share it, because I'm going to speak to y'all about men valuing themselves and how, most men in our society is being taught to put women on a pedestal without first working to make ourselves, great, right? We sort of ignore those things and go straight for, I'm going to do as much as I can to show her I'm a good guy. But that's not enough. Most women don't want good men. They want a bad boy who they can make into a good man. They don't necessarily want a good man. So let's get into this video and we'll react to it together.
So I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time.
Now, it seemed like he did everything right, because one of the complaints that I've seen from women, they'll say, well, men don't know how to plan things, right? Men are horrible at planning. Well, it looks like he put thought into what he was doing. He had talked to her for a couple of weeks and he thought he had everything set up, only for her then to not show up. I could see how that would definitely be bothering him.
I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up.
See, that's the thing. No matter how much you do right in the world, there'll always be people who don't appreciate it. This is why the red pill philosophy is very important. And people have smeared the red pill philosophy. They have smeared men who've gone their own way, because it is the true alternative to things like this. A man who still believes in love, who still believes in marriage and family, but the Western woman does not feel that way. I truly believe that most men in America, if you want a wife, you're going to have to go elsewhere, or you're going to have to find a needle in a haystack. Because that's how it is dating in America now. It's basically, or in the West, you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. Ain't a lot of good women here at all. Ain't even a lot of serviceable women. A lot of these women are broken. They're bitter. They hate men. They hate themselves. And they will use you. And they won't think twice about doing it, because they're hurt. And because they're hurting, they want to see other people hurt.
Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody.
Well, that's the thing, it is. And he's right. It shouldn't. But what has happened is that society, especially in the West, has a generation of men and women who were raised in single parent households. They were raised without strong male leadership in the household. They don't know what a family looks like, especially a mom and father type family structure. So when they get to dating, they tend to date very dysfunctionally. So you have women that will see a guy like this, right? And instead of those women say, you know what, the guy's not their type, they're going to move on. There are women that will use this guy. They will use it because they're bitter and hurt and they're angry. And they want to either see how much money they can get out of him or see how far he's willing to go to do things for them. Or use and abuse his time. You got some time wasting ass heifers out here, man. That's why I say if you sense a woman is wasting your time, just block her and move on, because women do not waste the time of men that they are interested in. No, they do not. Women will sleep with a man that they're attracted to the first day they meet him. They're not waiting to get to know nobody. So honestly, when it comes to dating to me, you better off just casually dating and not taking these women seriously, and being upfront about it. But trying to wine and dine the majority of Western women is it's going to fail, especially if you're not the type of guy they want.
It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love, to be kind to one another. Like, what? Ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
I wouldn't say you did anything wrong. What I would say is you believed in her more than she believed in herself. You believed that she wanted something when she didn't. She wanted to waste your time. She wanted to see how far you would go for her. These women are broken and bitter, man. They claim women of today, they claim that men are the problem. Well, I mean, look at the men you choose. If every guy you choose is putting hands on you or cheating on you, that is you are a bad picker. You can sense that rage. You can sense that anger in that man, and you choose him. You sense that he's nothing more than a drunk or a weed head, but you get with him anyway. He's probably a snorter of cocaine, and that still doesn't keep you from wanting a relationship with him. But when women look at this guy, Jonathan, they see a guy who they can put in the nice guy category. They'll see how successful he is he's worth it financially, or they'll just waste his time. Which is what goes on. I believe that's what happened here. I believe Jonathan's time was wasted. I think that when it got to the date, she said, oh my God, I really don't like this person. I was just using them for conversation, and they ghost you.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time.
That's the thing. She doesn't value your time. And the sad part is you got so many women pretending like they're interested in you. Women are very good at pretending that they're interested. The one way to destroy all of that is to be very forward with her. Because time-wasting heifers, when you're forward with them, they will pull back. Okay, they'll pull back. They'll not speak to you for a couple of days, then they'll come back and try to get you back on their program. I told y'all, these heifers deserve singledom. They deserve a revolving door of dysfunctional relationships, because all they do is go around and waste the time of men that they are not interested in. If this woman was so interested in this guy, they would have shown up. And the fact that she didn't show up just shows you what type of person that she really is.
just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up.
See, marriage is useless. And I would advise any man, especially in America, do not get married. You're wasting your time. Okay? You're wasting your time. And you know what's funny? You got men, you got married men, you got some of these other men who will never marry a woman but will claim that they are for marriage. They'll be shaming men for not wanting to date Western women, for going overseas, getting their passports. A lot of you dudes need to keep your mouth shut. If you're not going to offer advice that's going to help men, just telling a man to get a better mouthpiece is dumbass advice unless you're going to help that man. But if you are not, keep your mouth shut. Your useless advice is not needed. Telling a guy to get his game up in mouthpiece just ain't enough. A lot of these men don't have time for that. A lot of these men are busy working, being successful. I'm not saying that you can't improve, but you have to improve in every area of your life. But sometimes you can be successful, you can look attractive to women, and they will still give you shit because these women are not wife material. But you got males that will run interference for these heifers when they won't even marry them. If you're not going to offer good advice, keep your mouth shut. You sound like a moron who's out here just trying to get people to listen to your useless, dumb advice that really doesn't work for anybody. Probably doesn't even work for you either.
Like my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody.
Well, listen, if you are a black man in America, it's definitely going to be hard dating wise because you're going to be put into two categories, maybe three. But I will say that there are different categories. I'm not going to get into it here, but women will put you in different tiers. You know, women have a tier system for a lot of different men, and they'll know within seconds whether you're going to fit into one of those. That's just how it is. So we have to be creative. That's why men going overseas has caused such an uproar because a lot of women were caught off guard by it. I don't understand why they were. This guy's living proof that you could do everything the right way and you could still get the short end of the stick. This is why I say men should always have options. And if those options are dating foreign women, so be it, right? I do think that Jonathan needs to improve in any weakness that he has. Could be physical, right? Getting his body a certain way. We know women are very physical when it comes to men. They see a guy that they're attracted to, they'll go towards that, right? You could be a rich and successful man. A woman might be attracted to the fact you have money. Fix those holes in your game, so to speak. And maybe, get your quote unquote mouthpiece, or why not? But that's not his personality. It's not his personality. Is he wants a girlfriend. He wants a wife. He's not trying to go out here and entertain just a bunch of different women. He wants to get, it's clear that he invested in this woman with his energy and time, right?
It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To be kind to one another. Like, what? Ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
Gentlemen, like this guy, one thing I would say to this guy, Jonathan, and everybody else here, go, there is a saying of going where you appreciate it. Absolutely. Not every woman is going to want you. Most women ain't going to want you. But there's going to be women who are going to want to deal with you. I guarantee you after this video went viral, because I looked at the comment section on TikTok, there was a lot of women there. And there's a lot of women who are fairly attractive, who sympathize with him. So this could be a net positive for Jonathan. We'll see. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.